Hello, everybody. It's Jeff Eichen here, and we are going to check to see that our microphone is on. Let's see if I got a cool microphone here. Boom. Okay. Got my microphone there, and I got Russell Langhammer in the. I don't think he's in the ICU. I think he's at home, actually. And I hope you're doing good, Russell. Our blessings to you. You're all over our blog, our space, and our hearts are with you. We stand for nobody should be in jail for weed. And it's Jeff Eichen here with episode 322. We're really excited to have you today and to have everybody join us. Let's see if I can get our other participants to show up here. Um, how's everybody doing today? I know it's a difficult time for everybody during the current status quo here. Let's see if I can find um, our WhatsApp and get Rodimus on. So hello, everybody. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and I am doing the best I can to take care of everybody and everything. And I've got a 4-day event coming up this week, starting tomorrow, which will be really, really beautiful. A lot of music, a lot of people caring and sharing their hearts through music on the planet, and that's important. That's important for us to be the answer. Hang on, let me change my view here. See if I can do that. Okay, here I am in Solomon view. Um, so it's really important to follow your bliss, follow your dreams, and um, let's see here if I can get this to be a little bit more stable and beautiful. And love you all for what you do and for what we stand for. We stand for getting all the prisoners home for weed. Like I said earlier, Russell, thank you for still being with us on this planet. There's a project around Russell right now where they're doing some experiments with brain medicine, and I'll let him tell you that when we talk to him. It's really important. Let me change our um, let's change our episode here. It's episode 322, everybody. So if we get to the docs here, we can go, and it's episode 322. Relief-foundation.net is our website for the concert that we're producing to help end prohibition and bring the prisoners home, because Schedule 3 did not bring the prisoners home, and we don't know why. The dodo brains in charge are doing what they're doing and helping people to to be just dodo brains. It's just really, really, really makes me sad that the universe is helping to go nowhere with bringing all of the prisoners home and giving them commutation and giving them restitution. People have been in jail for 30 years for marijuana, everybody, and that's unbelievable that they could keep somebody locked up for that amount of time. Right now, I have a beautiful soulmate that I'm dancing with, and she is incredible to me, and I care about her. And we don't live together, but we do care about each other so much, and so we're in conversation about the future. So look out for me and pray for goodness, that we support each other through this blog. You feel like my friend and like a really beautiful soul family that's gonna keep an eye on me also. while I'm navigating my heart and my love. So, Miha, you know who you are. I'm so blessed to have you in my life, and we're going to stay there with that. We're going to stay with all that. So, um, as I'm moving things around here, if you go to icanimagine.com, that'll get you to our relief aid. That'll get you to Russell. It'll get you to everything that we're doing. Our special guests are nobody's here yet. Last week we had Wes. Maybe we'll have Wes again. Anybody is beautiful to come in, but in the meantime, I'm going to let's see if we can find our let's see if we can find our Zoom. So we're going to hopefully get some more people to come in to share their knowledge, their testimonials about nobody should be in jail for what they call medicine now. Schedule 3. The United States government has actually allowed us to deschedule marijuana from 1 to 3, but the prisoners didn't come home. They didn't write that into the system, and it bums me out. It bums me out. So Jeff Eichen here, let's go and see if I can find my incredible software here to share with you. I'm going to share my screen with you here, and I'm going to bring on, let's bring on share screen. Let's bring on my movie. Let's see if we can find my movie here. Okay, here we go.
Touching each other with love, where there might have been fear, and knowing that we are always in the center with our power of creation, ready to create the next thing together. And with that, we look to all the directions with gratitude and sharing our spirit for whatever is needed for the whole. We look to Mother Earth, say thank you. To Father Sky, say thank you. To the north, say thank you. To the west, say thank you. To the south, say thank you. To the east, say thank you. To all that we are and all that we are part of. Aho.
Thank you so much. Thank you all. It's been another beautiful day, and I feel so grateful.
Namaste. All.
Namaste.
Hey y'all, just got out of surgery. Good news is, no cancer, no ulcers. The box was on top of my stomach, and I thought I had 7 heartburn, so I took way too much baking soda. It caused me to have a lot of problems. Plus I had a stroke. Good news is, this is fine. We're going to deal with the stroke. I got my lovely wife here. We're going to continue to document this. Hopefully everything's going to go good. ¿Sí, amor? Ándale pues, mi amor. Te amo. Hey, y'all. Just got out of surgery.
That was Russell, everybody. Hi, everybody. It's Jeff Eichen, and Edwin and other prisoners are still in jail. We have to do the concert and stop the oligarchies from fucking things up. Hi, everybody. It's Jeff here at the Oakland Coliseum, and we're doing a walkthrough with Gretchen today, and it's going to be great to have a concert for the prisoners, 420 Relief, and we're really excited that we're part of this movement to help prisoners come home for marijuana. Thank you all for joining us and supporting us. We love your sponsorship. Oh yeah, it's going to cost us a pretty penny to get this, but we'll make it at the door. And everybody, we're talking to Gretchen right now, and we're not closing the deal. We're making sure that this is what we want. Okay, so hemp hemp hooray, and that's all I know. And this one's for you, Jack. We're going to help to end prohibition and bring the prisoners home.
President Trump, please release and pardon Edwin Rubis. He is still in prison for a non-fi cannabis crime.
27 down, pain all around. Mama cried alone.
Edwin's been in jail for 27 years, everybody, for marijuana. I bet you have some in the living room somewhere.
Prisoners, free the plant, free the planet, free yourself.
We published in Chronic Magazine this last issue, and that's the OG of the month. And next we have Amy Pova of Can Do Clemency. She's doing a great job to help everybody come home. And welcome guest star Lawrence Cherniak of the Hash Bible, infamous and beautiful. It's all about legacy. I call the people in the industry that are activists and tireless OGs. It's a noun, OG. One involved with like-minded others that provide a level of organization and resources that support much larger and more complex transactions than an individual could achieve. We OGs, a real gangster, is someone who stands up for what we believe in, who fights for what they want, who works relentlessly to reach their goals. A real gangster works with a team to create a network. Some call this organized crime. I call it being a real OG. The real crime is sitting down and standing back and not letting others dictate your world. Let's stand up together and let's grid out the world, because the world we see is a world of equality, prosperity, and connectivity. OGs rise up to the occasion of being the change. If I can hear with WEEDSDAYS.
Cannabis is the greatest plant on this earth, and it should be used properly. And don't believe all that negative propaganda that has been forced upon us over the last 100 years or so.
Hooray.
This is Tommy Chong for Lifers Madness.
Good afternoon, everybody. Is this thing on? Tap, tap, tap.
Free the prisoners, free the plant, free the planet, free yourself.
Jeff, I can hear. We thank the East. We thank the West. We thank the North. And we thank the South. And we also thank the sky and Mother Earth. It is time that we come together, that we change the way that we treat each other, and we get back to our roots. In my lifetime, we will end prohibition, and marijuana will be legal once again and free. Fade to black, everybody. It's really a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Lots going on today. I cannot tell you, and I refuse to go back to my wake up this morning to going and getting in my car. And it was like 20 minutes ago, and I drove and took my other friend to go get his car. And then I came back, and then I did my video, and now I'm here, and we're welcoming Kim Gottlieb Walker. And Kim is a specialist in, just being an OG herself. That's an old gal, and fortifying gravity, just being on Earth and being a better person, and speaking up for her rights, and through her book Magic, that she's now a publisher on novels, reaping the rewards of telling the story like it should be. Who's your favorite musician? And you resonate everybody with that beautiful music from, you either have the Beatles, the Who, or Led Zeppelin or Pink Floyd. There's only so many. Oh, and Fleetwood Mac, don't forget the women bands. But we have Kim, and Kim was way back in Bob Marley days. She filmed and photographed Bob Marley, and I got to spend time with her and Jeffrey, her husband, a few weeks ago when we were down in California for Emma's wedding, and it was really beautiful. Happy life, Emma. And if you ever watch my show, it's really beautiful, because this is what your uncle does. He stands for nobody should take somebody to jail for weed, And so, Kim, welcome. And I think you're unmuted. Yeah, it's every day there's something new, and today I just want to focus on the here and now. So we're with Kim Gottlieb Walker. Share with us something special. Hello, Kim.
Hi, it's good to see you.
Hey.
My husband just finished his final cataract surgery, so suddenly the world is brighter and
frozen. So we love the fact that Kim's going to go away and come back to unfreeze herself. And it's just really beautiful that Jeffrey, her husband, I want to tell you, everybody, Jeffrey is Kim's husband, was the lonely white man in America that was Bob Marley's tour manager.
publicist. He was the head of publicity for Island Records in America in the mid-'70s. So he was Bob's publicist, and one of the few people in Babylon that Bob trusted.
Wow. And for those who don't know what Babylon means, does it mean that I'm going to babble on, or is it about the man?
It's about the man. It's about all of the powers of suppression in the so-called civilized world. And Babylon is the evil city with the people who care more about profit than they care about people. And so the fact that Jeff worked for a record company sort of made him someone living in Babylon. But
there we go. Keep talking.
So Bob trusted Jeff. He knew that Jeff was trying to spread his message, and worked with him really beautifully.
That's fantastic. Yeah, it's a pleasure to God. I think Cheers ceased to exist in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say 95. Let's say 96, because we're in 2096. 106, 116, 126. I've known you for 40 years, honey. And Sherry says hi. You say hi back to Sherry, and it goes both ways. I always send the love. And we were at the wedding. I said, "Hey, Kim says hi," and sends her love to the wedding, and so she she says, I'm glad you're friends with Kim. That's really fantastic, you know. And she knew that I was coming up to No Parking Land and on your street, and you know, it was just great to meet you and to see you. I've been
And
watching.
congratulations on being a new great uncle.
Oh my God! Yeah. We have our third in the barbecue clan. I mean, you know, normally, you know, when I lived in LA, I would go to Silver Lake, and I would see massive barbecues going on. I said, why isn't my family so small? Why isn't, you know, why don't we have more, you know? So now we're growing it, and it feels really great. Feels really good. So hi, River, and hi, Bo. Well, you know, I, I mean, I have a weed show. I can't really say hi to my nieces and nephews on my weed show, but I just did. So there you go. Tell us a little bit about the latest with Lens Women in Love. I see, you know, some blogs here and there and some awards. I think you're still getting awards, but didn't you, let's see, you saw Emma at the book show. That was about a month and a half ago. But tell us what's next. Are you inspired to write another book or do a photography book? Tell us what's next.
Well, first of all, I started a Substack, and that's been really fun. I've gotten to post a whole lot of pictures from back in the day,
Okay.
and the photos that are mentioned in the novel that my alter ego Maddie shoots in the book.
Oh,
So,
fantastic.
I've done posts about Andy Warhol and Jim Morrison and Jerry Garcia and Jimi Hendrix flirting with me and all kinds of fun stuff. So it's a very entertaining Substack. Kim Gottlieb Walker at Substack. And
tell us about Substack. Tell people that don't know Substack. Tell us about it.
it's a place where writers can do newsletters or pretty much anything they want. And it's a free subscription. At some point, I may add a paid part where I will have, you know, supplemental stories and things that people, you know, can subscribe to.
Mhm.
But right now, my Substack is free, so people can sign on and just look at all the stories and enjoy the pictures, and it's really been fun to do.
That's cool. Hang on, I'm gonna change my my StreamYard here, everybody. We're going to get our Zoom chat in here. Hang on. So we're gonna go boom, share screen, and we're gonna go window. We're gonna get our Zoom chat here. Hang on.
Oh, the wonders of technology.
Yeah, you know, one day we'll be financed and we'll get somebody in the back room to do this. So Chrome Stack.
And I've already written a second novel, but it takes place in the Renaissance.
Oh, fantastic. I love that. Hang on, episode 19. So I am not seeing that, so I'm gonna have to go back to my normal. Oh, wait here. What's up, Zoom meeting? There we go. Okay, got it. So, yes, it's Jeff Eichen here with episode 322. Things have gotten a little bit, hang on. Things have got a little bit wompy today. And every day we wake up and we think about, you know, what are my chores today? Well, my chore last week, everybody, on Weeds Day, and hello, Rodimus Grasshopper Para, we're happy to have you. My chore last week was I went to the dentist and had a deep clean, and why not? This is my show, right? I'm telling you what happened, but the reason I'm telling you what happened was I had bleeding gums. And my gums, there's Rodimus doing his Halloween special. So my gums were bleeding, and my gal, my partner in crime, my beautiful Mija and lover gal, Mariana. Oh, anyways, my beautiful lover gal, she said, that's not right when your gums are bleeding. Go get a deep clean. And then the next day, my automatic chart said, you have an appointment on Friday to get your teeth cleaned. So this little thread is about magic and flow. So I'm flowing with somebody on the other line telling me you need to get your teeth deep cleaned because then you can start working on not having bleeding gums, and it could be something else. So many people have been leaving the planet recently from cigarette smokes and from bad food and from this and that and from mold and everything like that. Well, guess what? I spent 2 hours, hour and a half on the table, everybody. I took care of myself because nobody else will, and my gums don't bleed anymore. Zero. It was one visit. So take care of yourself, everybody. And guess what? I want to get Edwin Rubiz a teeth cleaning, a deep cleaning. He's been in jail for 27 years. Yeah. 27, and it's not, oh, thank heaven for 7-Eleven. It's 27 years. So I'm really amazed and confused about everything, but take care of yourself, everybody, so we can be strong enough to produce a concert, to have music and Lenswoman, a new chapter in your book, and everybody on stage. We'll get the Marley brothers and sisters and family to come out and sing Redemption Song, because Redemption Song is one of my top 3 songs we're going to have at the concert. What's Going On, Redemption, and Stash Wagner. Don't bogart that joint. And what's the next line in that song, Rodimus?
Hand it over to me.
Pass it over to me.
You're not Rodimus.
Rodimus, Grasshopper Peral. Everybody give him a round of applause. Round of applause.
What are you doing here?
Oh, wait, are you Mick Jagger in disguise? What's your favorite Mick Jagger song?
I don't have one.
Oh,
She does.
what's your favorite Mick Jagger song?
It's hard, isn't it? It's hard, isn't it?
That, okay, let's change it. What's your favorite Stevie Wonder song? Isn't She Lovely?
Master Blaster Jamming.
Oh, whoa, that's an obscure one. Okay.
No, it isn't.
Mine is Inner Visions. Kim, what's your favorite Stevie Wonder song?
Oh man, I don't remember the names of songs.
Well, hum the tune.
Master Blaster Jamming is a psychedelic song. It's really out there, and I love it.
Happy birthday to you. Martin Luther King, So talking about great people, you can see on my side, I have Russell Langheimer right there. He's one of our regulars for the last several years, and he loves the medicine in the plant. And I cannot tell you to go use it, but I can tell you that the people that do come on here say that they're talking about herb 420. They're talking also about mycelium, the strumadumas, and they're saying that it helps them to calm down, to be incredible, and to be pain-free. And so when they do tell us that, it's their testimonial that's saying that this is our generation. My parents came home and did a Mai Tai, not to get drunk, but to relax after work. That was it. They want a pineapple in and a little umbrella and a Mai Tai and sit and watch, the whatever. And incredible. That was their generation. And so everything in moderation except for love.
And I find at the end of the day, when my back is aching, some CBDs and a little bit of indica, and I'm feeling fine. You know, it only takes a couple of minutes for it to kick in, and I can avoid pharmaceuticals. I don't have to take, you know, Tylenol or Advil or any of those things that can affect your liver. And you know, if you can keep going without you know, having a whole week's worth of pharmaceuticals that you have to figure out how many times you take them each day and everything, which all have side effects, you're so much better off with herb. And whenever I'm sitting down to write, if I need something to give me a little kickstart, a little sativa gets me going, gets my creative juices flowing. So it's a very benevolent plant. It is one of God's gifts to mankind.
And when you were in the scene like a machine, down with the Bob Marley crew, what was their take on sacrament?
Well, it was they cited a passage in the Bible that has something to do with your head being surrounded by smoke, and I don't remember exactly what passage it was, but they consider smoking a sacrament. And it's funny because a lot of people dismiss grass by saying, "Oh, it makes people lazy." Well, I'll tell you, there was nothing lazy about Bob Marley. He smoked massive amounts, and he was one of the most disciplined people I ever met. So you can use it to hone your focus on your art, and to galvanize action, and also to be laid back and to let go of the day. It has so many uses.
And what's your take on prisoners still in jail for marijuana?
It's ridiculous. No one should be in prison for a benevolent plant, for using a benevolent plant. It makes no sense at all. They should all be free.
And we just got the government to make it Schedule 3. What don't they get?
It shouldn't be scheduled as anything. It's a plant. It's a natural substance. It shouldn't, you know, I mean, it's good that they have some quality standards for the pot shops to make sure that you're not getting weed that's had insecticide sprayed on it or anything like that.
Right, the mold police.
Right, but it shouldn't be restricted to grow it or to smoke it. It shouldn't have any kind of penalizing classification at all.
So, and prohibition, everybody. That's what we're going to do with our Relief Aid concert. I mean, Lady Gaga did Relief Fire Aid, you know, and in way back when they did what was the first aid concert? Rodimus, what was the first aid concert?
Oh my. Well, that was
83.
With Queen at Wimbledon Stadium. Live Aid?
Live Aid, yeah. So Live Aid started this whole thing about doing concerts for raising awareness. And Rodimus said years ago when we were starting to get ready to produce the concert and ran into some hiccups financially, but we're still working on it. But he said nobody's free in the industry of marijuana of 420 while they're still prisoners in jail. You're making millions of dollars on a plant that is partially legal and there's still people in jail. We have to end this battle right now, everybody. You know, I mean, look at
the karma isn't clean. Yeah, exactly. The karma is no one should well, I shouldn't say no one. I'm not a rule maker. I'm just shocked that people are just out there, you know, living a high life, no pun intended, while profiting from marijuana and while there are still people languishing in jail. That doesn't make sense to me. And I don't know how anybody could feel like they are living their best life if they're making money from marijuana industrially or distribution, et cetera, and not do something themselves about participating in getting the rest of the people who've been sitting in jail for ridiculous sentences for a plant, nonviolent convictions for you know, small amounts or, you know, larger amounts. The whole point is there should be nobody in jail for it. And as long as people are sitting in jail and suffering, and it's not just them too. It's not one person. It's their entire family. It's their entire social structure. those people are, and their entire social structure.
Eddie Lepp was
are-
in jail for 40 years, and he said, "You put me in jail, you put my family in jail."
My point, my point exactly. So I urge anyone who has a whiff of this, literally and figuratively, meaning this show, and you know, someone who's watching this and sort of, you know, put a little bit of peer pressure on those people who you might know who are, you know, profiting from this, and say, you know, part of why you can enjoy your profits is about being free to do that, and know that there are people who are not free, and we all need to get them free so that we can just move forward as a society, as a culture. Thanks.
It's very, very important for me to have people around me that substantiate and make me feel like I'm not crazy, because weed is still such a reefer madness still. You know, I want reefer gladness. That I should try to say my next film is going to be called Reefer Gladness, because we want to celebrate. We want to go to the fair. We want to go to the to a hookah lounge, and we want to have a green Uber, you know, to take us home. And we'll call it Duber. If I had one of my inventions, my ideas put into action, we'd be really good. The green Uber is called Duber.
I love it. I think you should like copyright that immediately.
Jeff, you should maybe do a one sheet of all the ways.
Okay. All the one sheets in the world won't bring Kim back, but we'll wait for her to come back. In the meantime, Rodimus, we're so blessed to have you as an ally, as you know, as an alley cat, as somebody beautiful. Okay, you were going to say one sheet.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I have an unstable connection here.
That's okay.
That you should do a one sheet about all the ways that people can help free the prisoners, and help with the you know, the legalization process, you know, nationwide, and send that sheet to all of the different pot shops for them to post, because then the people who come there who are benefiting from the places where it's legalized will know how they can help the prisoners.
So Relief Aid can go on a campaign, and we can also have maybe a $4.20.
Jeffrey, I don't allow eating on my show. I'm so sorry.
Oh, well, what's for dinner? The idea here is very beautiful. I love that. Maybe I wonder who has. Is it what's the name of that map company that you type it in and it's an app and you can find a dispensary?
Weed Maps.
Weed Maps, yeah, Weed Maps, and there's one other one, but maybe I could join with them to get their list, and then I can send that out there, and Weed Maps could help sponsor the concert.
Exactly.
You know, sponsored by.
There are also a lot of very high-profile people who are owners in a lot of the pot shops, and some of them might want to get involved as well. People like Seth Rogen. You know, so it would be a good way to reach a lot of people who could conceivably really help.
And
I'll give Seth a call. I owe him a phone call.
And what about Woody?
Yeah, him too. You know, that's been a long time, and yeah, I need to check back with that guy.
Yeah. And Tommy. You know,
well, you check back with him.
I'll get to. I have one of Tommy's friends going into Tommy today or tomorrow or this week, and he's going to remind him of hey, I told him, I said when you go see Tommy this week, you're down in the Palisades, I'm not. Remind him that I sent him his book, sent him his photograph with his son for his birthday, and that we want him back on the show. And I just want to hear from him. So we got to call out to Tommy this week, everybody. So that's the Chongster, and that's me right there. right there. That's me and Cheech and Chong in that little picture there. I know. I gotta hold my finger backwards on this one there. So it's really beautiful to be with you all today. It's episode 322. I'm all about the music and about the dance and the romance of life. I was talking about sharing my life with my partner and acknowledging her and her beautiful gift that she brings me, stability in my heart. And when my heart's in the right place, I perform better. I perform to get the word out and to let you all know that Russell, look at Russell here. He is really he had a mini stroke this week. He's really beautiful. I don't think he'll be upset that I'm sharing his details, but he's gigantically, incredibly with us still. And I called him last week and he was on the show, and I'm going to let him rest this week. And we've got a couple people on that are very important and dear to me. And, so Rodimus, what would you say for to Russell and to all the people that are locked up?
Well, Russell, who is only in a hospital, I guess, and locked up in that sense, and locked up in a health crisis at the moment. Every time he's come on your show, he's been such an incredibly positive force. His spirit is so big. He has such a big heart. He has such a great attitude about life, and he's always an inspiration when he comes on your show. He's been on so many times, and he went through so many other health crises earlier in his life, and he got past it. And he's a bodybuilder, and he eats well, and he uses this medicine as his medicine, and he believes in it 100%. And so I would say to him, come back, please come back, not to the show necessarily, just come back to life. Get over your current health crisis. You've done it before. This is you know how to do this, Russell. And so come on back to us. We need you. And to the folks who are languishing in jail for nonviolent pot offenses, I know they can't hear me. I wish they could hear me. I love you. I have incredible empathy for what you are experiencing and what your families are enduring. The only way through it, I think, in a healthy way, is to just it's a spiritual practice. There's nothing short of to survive that situation is nothing short of a crucible for spiritual growth. And if you can figure that out, if you can find out that that's the thing that's going on in your life at this moment, is to learn to accept, to be patient, to do everything you can to get out, and to know and to remind yourself and your families that you love each other and that you will get through this eventually. That's about all.
That's beautiful.
And then we are on our end have got to do our part to help you get out of jail.
When I interviewed Tommy years ago, Tommy said he was in jail for 9 months for selling bongs, right? Tommy Chong bongs, so what the heck? And so he said what helped him was that he knew that there was people that loved him on the outside waiting for him.
Yeah, I would wish Russell swift and complete healing, and for the people who are incarcerated, just for them to know that they have not been forgotten, and there are people out here who recognize their plight and who are doing their best to try and get them out.
Yeah, is it love that I'm feeling? Of course it is. One love, one heart. Let's make the whole thing right, and right the wrongs. What would Gandhi do in this moment? What would Rodimus do in this moment? What would Kim do in this moment? What would Jeffrey do in this moment? And speak up and give thanks to my team here, my team that Amy Pova with the Can Do Clemency is going to be in the Chronic magazine as one of my OGs of the issue, and she's an amazing soul, and she's working directly in the White House. So all my warriors out there, all my people that have empathy for the prisoners and for for each of us, and even my partner, my mija. I'm so happy that you support me because you give me strength to carry on. And that's important for those of you who are in love and have a partner right now. You've been with them. I think Kim's been with her partner for what, 41 years?
53.
Okay, there you go. Wait, hang on. That's pretty good. Well, I went to the Oregon Country Fair, everybody, and came home, and I went to my 50th Oregon Country Fair, and the Ken Kesey bus was there, and Ken Kesey said, "You're either on the bus or you're off the bus." So the same with us, with being an activist and having the desire and the need to be totally aware, brutally totally aware, and to be, midnight smokers. And every time we take a puff, I'm not supposed to say that, but every time we take a puff, everybody, we recognize the people in jail that can't do it, that are in there for that. I mean, come on. Come on, Big D and everybody, on the home team, on the sidelines. Let's go time out and bring all the prisoners home. And if we bring them home, we're still having the concert, everybody, because we want to give them restitution. And if we start off with a small concert at the Oakland Coliseum with 42,000 people, and then move to Kennedy Stadium and then to Wembley, they're each 100,000 people. For $42 for a ticket, that'll be several buttloads of money to give to them.
You need boatloads, don't you?
Oh, boatloads, yeah. There you go. Rodimus is my PC man. So, but yeah, it's a kick in the buttload, that we can feed them for all the years they spent in jail for us. I mean, I just watched the movie. Again, the Orange Sunshine movie, where the Brotherhood in Long Beach, California, could not make LSD because let me get untangle my tongue here. The Hells Angels, they had all the LSD. Okay, so they said, if you do LSD, we're gonna be pissed off at you and we're gonna come get you with our murder. And so they did one molecule different. They made Orange Sunshine, and they dropped 1 million tabs out of an airplane so we could tune in and turn on. So there are people, and there's a couple of them still alive from that era, but there's been people forever doing what we want to do. And we had Woodstock. Why not Relief Aid? So we'll turn Relief Aid in, and maybe we'll get Joan Baez, and maybe we'll get some of the young people that are singing out and doing the next generation of folk music, right?
Travis.
Yeah. What's his name? Travis Collin? No, though. Travis Collin's an ex weed prisoner. But anyways, yeah, we get some of the young people that are really powerful right now, and they're something 20 or something 30, and they're singing out. They want to. But if we do a concert and a series, we can take that concert to Portugal, and it's just about you out there.
We have that support person in Portugal, right? Who was incredibly good at putting things together. Is he still in our little troupe here?
Oh yeah. I forgot about him. He was figuring out the Portugal hemp shoe company and linking up with them, and he was involved with Vivian at HempFest. He moved there with his wife. Yeah.
And he's living in Portugal now. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's ready to do a concert. But if we do the first one here, which we've been designing and getting ready to do forever, and concerts are incredible. I mean, I even have we have a here, let's see if I can get your Substack up there. We even have I'm going to get Kim's Substack.
We need one good promoter to
Yeah.
sit down with us and listen to the ideas we have that will make this event so unique. Jeff and I have come up with several different parts of the day, parts of the concert that are participatory. The people who are there will discover things to participate in. And I don't want to get into specifics, but this is designed to be an event to create like a zeitgeist for the movement. And we've come up with some very doable. Again, I don't want to give anything away. We've come up with several doable participatory things for the audience who just bought a ticket, and all of a sudden they discover that they can participate on another level in the event itself, and that will galvanize the understanding and the involvement of generations who show up for this concert, and they have no idea what they're in store for. I hope they come for the music, and then they're going to leave feeling like they have actually created, that they are part of a movement. And that's what we're designing this event to do in very specific ways.
It's going to be a fun day, but it's not about the fun. It's like you say, about the awareness.
Yes, and it's all from the heart and awareness and community and getting that understanding conveyed to people in a joyful way. I don't know why people don't want to flock to give us money to put this thing together. We need a good promoter who we can sit down with, who will then do the next thing to roll out the production aspects of this. Because we're not producers, we are visionaries, we are activists, but we need a team that has yet to find us, and that's why we do this podcast every week, to be able to do that. And thank you so much, Kim, for showing up here, participating, and lending your incredible cachet to this. Very grateful for that, and for your showing up numerous times as you have. Thank you.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
And we also welcome Jeffrey to consider, or to send us somebody if his bandwidth is free. I asked him that night we were watching Lady in Red, at the concert. So we would welcome both of you to be part of this, and for you to do some photography there.
Oh, I'd be happy to shoot it.
That'd be awesome. Oh my God, that'd be awesome.
Oh my
Thanks,
God,
Tim.
we'd be honored. Yeah. So, well, everybody, KimGottliebWalker.substack.com, and then you can tune in there. What are the benefits of going to Substack?
Oh, well, it's fabulous for authors. It's a wonderful platform for being able to put out your thought, to do a newsletter, to put some of your writing out there. It's just a lovely way to connect. And for me, it's a way to record some of my history. I've been talking about Music World Magazine, which is how I met my husband, which only lasted for a year in 1973. But I've been posting about each issue and the different artists that we covered in the issue, and about all of the rock and roll and reggae people that I photographed over the years, and also I'm going to be having tips for writers, people who always wish that they could write a novel. So I'm going to start having some tips for how you can get started and what the process is.
And that's found on Substack?
That's all on my Substack, but there are many, many Substacks. There are political ones. You could start one for freeing the prisoners. It doesn't cost anything to start a Substack.
Okay.
And,
Really? I didn't know that. But it costs to subscribe to Substack in general, right?
No,
Yeah.
you can start a Substack, and you can have a free version of it that's available to anyone who wants to sign on, which is what mine is right now. And then if you have a section where you're putting things of like perhaps greater value, like you're posting a story, a full story, you could make that in a paid version where you could have someone, pay $2 or $5 or whatever to get that. So it has the two different versions, and both of them are free to the person who is creating them.
That's cool. I did not know that. That's very cool. I thought it was a fee, but there's not. That's good to hear.
That's fantastic. Yeah, that's fantastic. Well, Kim, we know you have to leave.
Thank you for educating the Luddite.
Yeah. Well, Substack is something I've heard of, but today I got schooled. So, like my grandmama said, my Nana Betty, she said, close your eyes before you go to sleep every night and think about what you learned today. What did you learn today, everybody? Well, I learned about Substack and about my two most beautiful Weeds Day friends here, Kim and Rodimus. We had Lawrence on last year, and we're gonna do the fifth agreement, become authentic. We already are authentic, but we want to stay there. We don't want to be broken down by, by the people that are jumping in and bringing grief back as something like dessert, and so it's just horrible. So I say right at the top of my blog here, vote. So go out and vote, everybody. I'm going to have a QR code T-shirt coming out soon, and it's going to say, "Please vote." So buy a T-shirt from me, wear it, and let the children, the 17-year-olds, scan it in their phone, and it'll stay in their phone right there, and they'll go right to .gov vote. So as an activist, it's our duty, and as an OG, it's our duty to get the vote out. That's the only way to make change. And
February 13th. February 13th.
yeah,
And Jeff, one thing that you could do if you started a Substack is each week you could post the story of one prisoner, what, how they ended up, being busted for a plant, and what the person reading it can do to help them.
And are there analytics, and do people like tune in
Yeah.
or subscribe to your Substack?
Yeah, people subscribe to it. You can import your email list of people who subscribe to you already,
Mm-hmm.
and give them the opportunity to opt in. And then people, discover it, and they subscribe. And and emails go out each week to let them know that there's a new Substack that's been posted. And you can do all kinds of things to help the cause because it gives you a forum.
Oh, I love that. Well, I'm going to go learn Substack next week when I get back from the beautiful party that I'm going to starting tomorrow, Revival in Port Townsend, Washington. It's actually in Quilcene, at the Quilcene Lantern, and it's a 4-day event. I'm packing the car later tonight. I've already got my canopy in there. I pulled my sleeping bag out and my tent, and so it's going to be a beautiful 4 days of photography. And in the meantime, here's looking at you. We're at the top of the hour. Here's looking at Miha. Here's looking at Rodimus. Here's looking at Kim. And yeah, any final words?
One love.
Thumbs up. And for me, my heart, nobody deserves to be in jail for a plant. It's been a great show. I'll call you later, Rod. And Kim, thank you. Let's let's figure this out and have some around music, and we'll have you there too doing the photography.
All right.
Love you, everybody. So it's Jeff Eichen here, and we're still on for a little second. Russell Langhammer, thank you so much for enduring your time and your energy. It's episode 322. It's Weeds Day. It's a great show. Thank you, Rodimus and Kim, for joining us. And don't forget to Substack, everybody. That's what I learned today. So peace in the Middle East and in your heart. It's Jeff Eichen here, and I'm going to do a little, let's see, I'm going to do a little, hang on. Let's do a little, okay, that didn't work. Okay, love you, everybody. It was a great show, and I'll see you next week. Will I be here next week? Yes, I will be here next week. So thank you so much. Hamp, hamp, hooray. Okay, everybody, I'm still on, and I'm just going to say Ham Ham Parade, and it's been a great show, and thank you for joining us today.